Welcome to our channel. Today we're diving into a mind-bending scenario. What if the moon, our celestial companion, turned on us? What if, instead of its usual dance across the night sky, it veered off course, hurtling towards Earth in a cosmic display of destruction? While the moon is, for now, comfortably nestled in its orbit, it's fascinating to consider the what-ifs. Stay tuned as we explore the catastrophic consequences of a lunar collision, a cosmic event so powerful it could reshape our planet as we know it. Picture this. A silent silvery orb growing larger and larger in the sky, no longer a beacon of tranquility but a harbinger of chaos. The moment the moon kisses the Earth, the unimaginable occurs. A force equivalent to millions of nuclear bombs detonates, unleashing a shockwave of unimaginable power. Continents crack and shift like puzzle pieces. Oceans vaporize into massive clouds of steam, casting the world in an eerie twilight. Trillions of tons of molten rock and lunar debris form a fiery halo around our planet. Imagine the Earth as a giant bell, and the impact of the moon as a colossal hammer. The moment those two titans collide, the planet would ring, sending seismic waves through its core. Mega-quakes, unlike anything mankind has ever witnessed. The Earth's crust would buckle and heave, entire cities reduced to rubble, swallowed by chasms or tossed like toys. Tsunamis, dwarfing the largest ever recorded, walls of water miles high, coastal regions obliterated, volcanoes roar back to life, spewing lava, ash, and toxic gases. The Earth, now a tortured, convulsing sphere, would begin to resemble a vision of hell. The sheer energy released by the impact, combined with the friction generated by trillions of tons of rock grinding against each other, would send temperatures soaring. Imagine the Earth's crust, normally solid and unyielding, transforming into a sea of molten rock, a magma ocean stretching across continents. The atmosphere, choked with dust, ash, and vaporized rock, would trap the heat, creating a runaway greenhouse effect. Forests would spontaneously combust, the oceans would boil, and the once familiar landscapes of Earth would be melted down and reshaped into alien, unrecognizable terrains. As the initial heat and fury begin to subside, a new threat emerges, a planetary shroud of darkness. Remember those trillions of tons of rock and dust ejected into the atmosphere? Now they form a dense, impenetrable veil encircling the Earth, blocking out the life-giving rays of the sun. The planet plunges into an extended artificial winter. Temperatures, already fluctuating wildly, plummet, sending shockwaves through the surviving ecosystems. Plants, deprived of sunlight, wither and die, breaking down the food chain from the bottom up. The Earth, once teeming with life, now resembles a barren, poisoned wasteland. The outcome of a Moon-Earth collision depends on many factors. One possibility: complete and utter obliteration. Imagine the Earth shattering into a million pieces, reduced to a swirling cloud of dust and debris, or reshaped beyond recognition. A cosmic scar, a testament to the universe's unforgiving nature. Let's assume the Earth survives the initial impact, battered and bruised but still somewhat intact. Even then, the consequences would be profound. The moon's gravitational pull is what governs our tides, those rhythmic rises and falls of the ocean. Without the moon, the oceans would redistribute themselves, causing widespread flooding and disrupting marine ecosystems. But the moon's influence goes even deeper. It acts as a stabilizer for Earth's axial tilt, the angle at which our planet spins. Remove the moon, and Earth's axial tilt could become unstable, leading to extreme and unpredictable climate swings. The delicate balance of life on Earth would be thrown into disarray. Amidst all this destruction, there's a glimmer of something almost beautiful. Remember all that debris ejected into space during the impact? Some of it, caught in Earth's gravitational pull, wouldn't escape into the vastness of space. Instead, it would begin to orbit our planet, forming a ring system, much like the majestic rings of Saturn. Imagine looking up at night, not at a single moon, but at a luminous band of rock and dust, a constant reminder of the cataclysmic event that reshaped our world. These rings, while visually stunning, wouldn't be without their dangers. The oceans, covering over 70% of Earth's surface, wouldn't escape the cataclysm unscathed. The initial impact would vaporize vast quantities of seawater, creating super tsunamis that would redraw coastlines. The moon's absence would disrupt the delicate balance of ocean currents, those underwater rivers that transport heat around the globe. Without these currents, regional water temperatures would become extreme, disrupting marine ecosystems and decimating fish populations. The acid rain, a consequence of the polluted atmosphere, would further acidify the oceans, making them inhospitable to many forms of life. The once teeming oceans of Earth would become silent, their depths a graveyard of a once thriving ecosystem. Over millions of years, the debris field orbiting Earth, those shimmering rings, wouldn't remain static. Gravity, the great sculptor of the cosmos, would slowly but surely exert its influence. The individual particles of rock and dust, each one a tiny gravitational attractor, would begin to clump together. Eventually, a new celestial body might emerge from the chaos, a smaller, perhaps misshapen moon rising from the ashes of its predecessor. A poetic reminder that even in the face of unimaginable destruction, the universe always seeks balance. Let's face it, the odds of surviving a Moon-Earth collision wouldn't be in humanity's favor. The surface, ravaged by earthquakes, tsunamis, and volcanic eruptions, would be uninhabitable. The atmosphere, choked with dust and toxic fumes, would be unbreathable. But humans are a resourceful species. Some might seek refuge underground, building subterranean shelters shielded from the worst of the surface chaos. Survival, if possible at all, would require a complete reinvention of human society. Deep within the Earth's core, a molten dynamo churns, generating a magnetic field that acts as a shield, protecting us from harmful solar radiation. The moon's collision could disrupt the delicate balance of the Earth's core, altering the flow of molten iron that creates our magnetic field. This could weaken the field, leaving us vulnerable to the sun's fury. Without a strong magnetic field, solar winds could strip away our atmosphere, exposing us to harmful radiation. Imagine the aurora borealis, those shimmering curtains of light becoming a constant fixture in the sky, a beautiful but ominous reminder of our compromised defenses. The destruction of the moon wouldn't be a localized event. It would send ripples through the solar system, altering the delicate gravitational dance of the planets. The Earth, now without its celestial partner, would experience a shift in its orbit, potentially bringing it closer to or farther from the sun. These changes, while seemingly subtle, could have significant consequences for our climate, potentially leading to further instability. The solar system, once a model of celestial clockwork, could descend into a period of chaos. It might seem like all hope is lost, but humans are a tenacious species. Faced with the possibility of extinction, we would undoubtedly pour our collective intellect and resources into finding solutions. Some might advocate for building massive, self-sustaining space arcs, vessels capable of carrying a remnant of humanity to distant star systems, searching for a new home. Others might focus on developing advanced terraforming technologies, hoping to reshape Earth's ravaged environment and make it habitable once more. The challenges would be immense, requiring global cooperation and scientific innovation on an unprecedented scale. Now, before you start packing your go-bag for a lunar apocalypse, remember that the chances of the moon actually colliding with Earth are astronomically slim. The moon is currently moving away from us at a rate of about 1.5 inches per year. But let's say, for the sake of argument, that we do detect a rogue celestial body on a collision course with Earth. Could we, with our current or near-future technology, avert disaster? Theoretical solutions range from the plausible to the seemingly outlandish. We could detonate a series of nuclear warheads on the surface of the object, nudging it off course. Let's consider a less dramatic but no less devastating scenario. What if the moon didn't collide with Earth in one cataclysmic event, but instead spiraled slowly inward, drawn closer by some gravitational anomaly? As the moon drew closer, its gravitational pull on Earth would intensify. Tides would become monstrous, inundating coastlines and reshaping continents. The planet would be subjected to a slow, agonizing death, a drawn-out cosmic ballet culminating in its ultimate demise. The idea of the moon, that familiar beacon in our night sky, transforming into an agent of destruction, is terrifying. But it's important to remember that such scenarios are highly unlikely. The exploration of these hypothetical scenarios, while sobering, allows us to appreciate the delicate balance of our planet and the forces that shape our existence. It reminds us of the importance of scientific inquiry, technological innovation, and our collective responsibility to protect our pale blue dot. So the next time you look up at the moon, do so with a sense of wonder, not fear.